Anti-Kremlin fighters have claimed to have taken control of the town of Novaya Tavolzhanka in Russia's Belgorod region. The victory was claimed through a video message. However, it remains unclear if this is the start of the much-anticipated Ukrainian counteroffensive. The claims came after Russia's defense ministry said that it had repelled a Ukrainian attempt to cross into the Belgorod region on Sunday and it killed more than 10 fighters. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met British Foreign Secretary James Cleverly in Kiev on Monday. He discussed preparations for a NATO summit and Ukraine's efforts to end Russia's invasion. Zelensky thanked Cleverly for Britain's continued support of Ukraine and discussed the supply of air defense systems following recent attacks by Russian missiles and drones. U.S. President Joe Biden, during a White House meeting with Danish Prime Minister, said that the two countries are working together to address Russian aggression in Ukraine. Danish Prime Minister's visit to the United States comes amid speculation that the White House will use the visit to vet her as the first female NATO Secretary General. According to the diplomats, Danish Prime Minister has emerged as a serious contender to replace Jens Stoltenberg, who is scheduled to step down as the chief of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization in September. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is set to embark on a 3-day visit to Saudi Arabia. He has called for the normalization of ties between Saudi Arabia and Israel. Blinken is expected to arrive this evening in Jeddah. In the next 2 days, he will be in Riyadh for a ministerial meeting of the Gulf Cooperation Council. Members of this 80-strong coalition of countries fighting the Islamic State group will also meet in Blinken's presence. Now, besides his diplomatic counterparts, Blinken is expected to meet with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. U.S. and Chinese officials held talks in Beijing on Monday amid the rising tensions between the two countries. According to the U.S. State Department, these talks were candid and productive. During the mid-level talks, the U.S. State Department, said that both the sides discussed bilateral relationship, cross-strait issues, among other matters. Talks came just days after U.S. and Chinese warships had a dangerous interaction in the Taiwan Strait. Amid the rising tensions, both the nations are engaging in continued diplomacy. However, military escalation continues to intensify U.S. China rivalry. Chinese Premier Li Keqiang on Monday met with a delegation of Germany's Social Democratic Party in Beijing. Li said that the two countries should do more to maintain strategic resolve and strengthen dialogue and coordination amid a world of change and disorder. Li expressed the hope that the SPD would play a significant role in promoting the steady growth of China-Germany ties, while German officials said that his party is making efforts to ensure sustained and steady development of Germany-China ties and EU-China ties. China officially inaugurated its embassy in Honduras on Monday, just weeks after the Central American country switched its diplomatic allegiance from Taiwan to Beijing. In March, Honduras cut diplomatic ties with Taiwan and recognized China. Honduran foreign minister told journalists that the country's president would travel to China on Tuesday for her first official visit, scheduled for the 9th of June to the 13th of June. South Korea's President Yoon has said that North Korea is advancing its nuclear and missile capabilities and has legalized the use of nuclear weapons. He said that the South Korea-US alliance has now been elevated to a nuclear-based alliance and that both governments' military will establish an ironclad security posture and protect the people's lives and safety. These remarks came at a Memorial Day ceremony in Seoul. Diplomats from the European Union and the United States arrived in Pristina on Monday as part of efforts to ease tensions between Kosovo and Serbia following last week's unrest in Kosovo's northern region. Senior U.S. diplomat for the Western Balkans emphasized obeying the letter of law and harmony between ethnic groups, a political crisis that has spiraled into violence in Kosovo's north. It's intensified since ethnic Albanian mayors took the office in the region's Serb-majority area, a move that led the United States and its allies to rebuke Pristina. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.